Right folks, good morning, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm just down at Go Outdoors at the moment, and I'm filming this on Wednesday the 26th of June, the day before the ABR Festival, for those that have got a VIP ticket. Yeah, Thursday tomorrow at 27th, I'm heading down to Ragley Hall at Warwickshire for that event. However, that has in itself produced a bit of a dilemma, which I'll come back to you about in a moment. But yeah, I've just had a quick look around Go Outdoors to see if there's any last minute knickknacks that I need, any gadgets, any little toys. And now I'm heading down to Sports Bike Shop in Leeds for the same purpose, to be fair, just to see if there's anything down there that tempts me. Firstly, before we go on into the main video, thank you to those that watched last Friday's video. Very different style of video that I normally put out, obviously totally silent. I like one of these, I think they call them ASMR, I've forgotten what that stands for, but it's all to do with nature and just listening to nature, no speech in it, silent vlog, etc. Viewing wise, I got a similar amount so far to what I think I got for my other videos. Quite a few comments, some people just sort of saying, well, I didn't like it. One guy having a bit of a moan because I turned up in a van and then got my bike out the van, but each to their own. Sometimes these things have to be done. Anyway, the dilemma that I mentioned. So, who's heard of the YouTube channel 44 Teeth? It's been around for a long time. It's a very, very popular YouTube channel, and they've got a lot of subscribers. Thank you. And I was watching a new release video that they put out the other day, and they had somebody on from Dalton White, or is it White Dalton Solicitors? I think it was Andrew Dalton. He's a solicitor or a barrister, or possibly both, that created his own business many years ago, and I'm sure we've all heard of him. He advertises in various locations, magazines and stuff like that, and he fights the corner for a lot of motorcyclists who've got into disputes, be it through either an accident or insurance issues, you know, perhaps terms and conditions, whatever. Anyway, that's irrelevant, I'm going off on a tangent there. So 44 Teeth, they put a video out. They had one of the solicitors from that company, from White and Dalton, or Dalton and White, on, and they were talking about track days, and they were just saying basically that when you're on a track day, although you might attend in a road legal bike that's taxed, insured, MOT'd, etc., while you're on the track, you're not actually insured. Your insurance company will more than likely not cover you for any dramas that occur on it. So maybe like you damage your bike, you damage somebody else's bike, you seriously injure yourself, or you injure somebody else, and there's a claim made against you. And here in the UK, you're basically up shit creek. You're going to either have to just deal with it as, sorry mate, apologies for that, you know, I'll see you rights, you let me know what it's going to cost you and I'll recompense you, or you just basically go down the route of like legal channels and get solicitors involved. So basically what they were saying is there's a likelihood that if you come into conflict with another road user or another motorcyclist on a track, damage their bike, cause them injury, you could be sued. Okay? And the solicitor from White Dalton was saying that out of the majority, if not all the policies that he checked, there was a clause within it, an exclusion, which basically prevented you from riding in that sort of environment, and you wouldn't be insured. And he mentioned that he was going to the ABR Festival this week, ABR 2024. I'm assuming he's going there in a professional capacity to try and drum up a bit of business, that type of thing. But he was inviting people to come along and have a natter with him, and you know, perhaps discuss things that might be niggling them at the moment. and he mentioned that those people that were using the ABR Festival and going on the trails that had been used there would more than likely, if not without a shadow of a doubt, would not be insured to ride on it. So that got me thinking, and I know I can ride legally. I mean, he made reference to this guy to riding on byways and stuff like that, because they are, at the end of the day, a road. Be the fact that they're unsurfaced, that's irrelevant. They're still a road, still covered under the Highways Act. So yeah, but he just was encouraging people, I think, between the lines, just to have a look at their insurance policies, and that's exactly what I did. So I'm just going to pull over here. I had a look at mine, and I'll just let you know what I discovered. Let's just come down here. This is a nice little spot. Just going over the Leeds to Liverpool Canal. Alright, let's just pull up here. That's new. House of Paws Pet Care. Never heard of that before. Right, let me have a look at my phone. Just let you know what I discovered. Photos. There we go. So yeah, the exclusion on my policy is limitations as to use. So this is personal to me, this first bit. Use for social, domestic and pleasure purposes, excluding use for journeys between home and permanent place of work. So ideally it doesn't cover me for commuting. So I can't hire the bike out. I can't carry passengers or goods for hire or reward. I can't race with it. I can't do any pacemaking. I can't use on any track. That's important. Come back to that in a minute. Test circuit or off-road activity, or use in any contest, reliability or speed trial, or use in connection with the motor trade. So I ain't going to be carrying any goods, etc., or passengers for hire or reward, so that's irrelevant to me. I'm not going to be racing it. I'm not going to be pacemaking with it. I'm not going to be using it on a test circuit. I'm not going to be using it in any contest, reliability or speed trial, or in connection with the motor trade. However, I am going to be using it on a track, and it's also classed as an off-road activity. So because the trails, I think is the TRF trail, beginners, intermediate and professional or expert course within the ABR grounds, Regley Hall. So because they have created a track, that is then classed as an off-road activity, but it's obviously also a track. So my exclusion is limitations as to use on any track. So I can't use it in that environment, and also obviously the secondary element there is off-road activity. So I rang my insurance company up, who is Corn Market, and just discussed with them about the event, the ABR event. They said they'd never even heard of it, which was a bit bizarre. Yeah, I mentioned to them about this exclusion and this track and all this business, and they categorically said, yeah, you won't be covered for that. Which is what I thought, based on having watched the 44 Teeth video. So the dilemma is, those people, although the ABR management stipulate that in order to attend the event and use the trails, your bike's got to be road legal, you're not road legal, are you? Well, you are road legal technically, because parts of the trail obviously require you to go over sections of highway, but the actual trail itself, you're not insured while you're riding it. So if you come off and you injure yourself and you need to make a claim for personal injury, you can't. Consequently, if you collide with another motorcyclist, Even if you're not doing anything reckless, you just collide with another motorist and they seriously injure themselves, maybe a leg injury, ankle injury, whatever, shoulder, dislocated shoulder, or something more severe, and they want to make a claim against you, your insurance company won't cover it. Likewise, if you damage the bike, your insurance company is not going to entertain you. They'll just tell you, you should have read the limitations as to use. So that then puts you in a very awkward situation, because potentially you're going to get sued for it. And you know, these things with solicitors' fees and final settlement fees, you could literally, without exaggerating, be talking thousands, if not tens of thousands of pounds, especially if you were to contest it. But let's face it, you wouldn't really have any grounds for contesting it unless you could prove perhaps that there was a degree of fault on the other person because they'd been riding like an absolute prick, and as a consequence of their actions they'd collided with you, and you would then cause them injuries because you're a secondary element of the accident. It could get, I mean, what I'm trying to say is it could get really, really messy and really, really expensive. But I'll be honest with you, I'd never even given this a second thought. I just assumed that because I had insurance, I would be covered. I mean, an off-road track, I suppose, depending on how you apply that law or that definition, you could say, yeah, it's a track, but you could say also, well, but we all accept the risk. You know, you sign a disclaimer when you go, you know the risks, but it isn't as simple as that, is it? Excuse me. Nothing in law is simple. Everything can get very complicated and messy. So like I said, yes, I've confirmed it with my insurance company that they say I'm not insured for using any bike in that environment at the ABR on the trails that they've created while I'm riding through the grounds, because I'm not on an off-road course or an off-road track. Would I still be covered? I don't know. It's not a man-made, it's not a temporary thing. The tracks that go through it, like from the main gates to the exit, that's a proper track, maybe, I don't know. It's all very messy and all very confusing. I did try ringing the ABR excuse me, I did try ringing the ABR people yesterday on the main number, but it's just a recorded message saying that all the staff are out on site at the moment at Ragley Hall, which is fair enough. God, I've got a right cough there. Don't know if I swallowed a fly. Yeah, all the staff are at Ragley Hall. They're obviously getting things set up and stuff, so that's fair enough. And they said that if you have any issues, email them, or alternatively ring them on Monday the 1st of July. So I haven't been able to get through with them to see their stance, but it might be something that's just worth broaching with them. I mean, I have got a trail ticket, 15 quid. It's not a lot of money to lose if I decide not to take a bike or decide not to ride the trails. So the dilemma is, obviously, and I want to know what you guys would do. Would you still take your bike, and would you still run the risk of riding on the trails, knowing that if things go wrong you could be liable for a lot of money to another party, or maybe even more than one person? Or would you just accept that risk? Yeah, would you just accept that risk and just think, look, you know, I've been umpteen times before, as I have. I've been 3 times before. This is going to be my 4th occasion, and just think, look, you know, end of the day, I ride safely. I've got a camera on my helmet. If something goes wrong, I can prove that it wasn't me necessarily that was at fault, if indeed you can prove that. Would you be willing just to challenge it and contest it if somebody did bring any litigation against you? It's a difficult question, isn't it? So I'm not trying to be a killjoy here, you know, end of the day. I'm just trying to make people aware, because as I said, and hand on heart, it never even dawned on me that I would not be covered. I just assumed that I would be, and it's all a bit confusing, really. You know, end of the day, you buy your insurance, you think you're going to be insured, but to the letter of the law, you are not. So that's it, really. Leave a comment down below. Let me know, A, what you think about the exclusion that insurance company has imposed, and I'd also strongly advise you to just check your own policy at the exclusion, and if it doesn't make sense to you, if it's a little bit sort of confusing or a bit of a grey area, then again, you know, don't be ashamed, just ring your insurance company up and get them to clarify it for you. Yeah, what else can I say? That's about it really. However, having said that, I'm still going to go to the ABR, obviously, meeting up with 3 friends there. I'm really looking forward to it. Let me go this way. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the event. Weather's going to be possibly similar to it as it is here now. Reasonably warm, very low chance of rain, I gather. So that's always a bonus. I've got my tent. I'm going to be using my MSR XLR or XLR 3, however you pronounce that. I'm taking my van and all my camera gear, and I'm just going to try and get as many videos as I can of some of the guest speakers. Dave Darcy in particular from Mad TV, Australian channel. I've been watching him for years. I really like the style of videos that he does. I can't understand why he hasn't got more subscribers than he does, because he puts a hell of a lot of work into his videos, and I love the videos that he does with Nugget and some of the other guys, some of his regulars. And who else is there? There's Adam Riemann, if that's how you pronounce it, from Motology. It's his first attempt, it's his first attendance at the ABR, as it is with Dave Darcy, another Australian guy. So again, I watch his videos, I like his style. I'll put links to these channels down below in the description, but if you've never heard of them and you want to learn things about off-road riding, or you just enjoy watching videos of off-road riding, then those two channels are certainly a good place to start. There's going to be a girl on a bike, Vanessa Rook. She's always good, she always does good presentations and speeches. I'm not sure at this stage whether Itchy Boots is coming. They kept it, I mean, she went last year, but they kept it really secret and quiet. They didn't disclose it until the day on Thursday. There'd been no prior disclosure that she was attending, so I'm hoping that she is coming again this year, because she was a massive attraction and a success in regards to you know, people wanting to listen to her antics and adventures. There's loads of people. I mean, there's Ollie and I've forgotten the other one. Ollie's the lad. I've forgotten the name of his partner. Might be his wife, Every or something like that. That seems to spring to mind. I think they're a German couple, or certainly, yeah, they're a German. I'm pretty sure they're a German couple, but they went around the world. And they were apparently the youngest couple to ever circumnavigate the world on a motorcycle. I watched their videos, they were very good. I'm losing my voice here. Yeah, I watched their videos, they were very good. Anyway, that's it, I think. I'll come back to you again when I get to Sports Bike Shop in Leeds. But yeah, as I said, I'd appreciate if you could just let us know in the comments down below what you think about this ruling, or this exclusion about insurance at the festival, because it will apply to all sorts of festivals that you go to. Check your own policies. I think that's an absolute priority, that you've got to do that just to be on the safe side. So yeah, it'll be a shame if I don't take the bike, or if I do take it and don't ride it down at the ABR, especially as I've been prepping it. I've taken my TKC 80s off, and I put the Michelin trackers on. I've had a pair of partially used Michelin trackers in the garage for over a year, still in good condition, so I've put them on. I'll just put a quick bit of B-roll in here so you can have a look at them. But yeah, I do like the trackers, very knobbly, very aggressive looking tyres. I've got the Michelin Enduro mediums on my 350, but the trackers on this bike, on the 701, they seem to function quite well. So yeah, right, I'll come back to you anyway when I get to Sports Bike Shop down in Leeds. Alright, here we are at Sports Bike Shop down in Leeds. I might tell you a story about Sports Bike Shop in due course. They're not a bad shop, but did have a bit of an issue with them a short while ago. Right, we'll have a quick browse around here, I think. See if there's anything that takes me fancy. Any last minute essentials. Back with you in a moment. Alright, Sports Bike Shop Leeds. I didn't buy anything, didn't see anything that took me fancy. Well, maybe that's a lie. Maybe there are a few things in there I wouldn't mind, but do I need them? No, I don't think I do. So I shall do without. Right, left hand lane closed. Let's head back home and finish getting packed up for the ABR Festival. Really looking forward to it. But do I take the bike? There's the dilemma. Right, let's get in the right lane, or the left lane, as it happens to be. Harrogate, Meanwood, and somewhere else that I forgot. Sheepscar. Right folks, that's going to be the video. I know there's not very much there in this week's video, but I just wanted to spread the word, so to speak, make people aware of the potential pitfall of participating in these events. But we know the risk, we do what we will, don't we, at the end of the day? So I'm going to leave it all in the hands of our very mature and sensible riders and subscribers, because at the end of the day we're all adults and we make our own decisions. We know the risks. So if you are going to the ABR Festival this year, this week, tomorrow, please keep your eyes peeled for a large black VW Transporter van. I will have some magnetic signs on the back, or on the sides rather, with my YouTube details on. If you see them, we will be parked up in the VIP area. By all means, come along, say hello, introduce yourselves. Always nice to see subscribers or potential subscribers. Maybe we can have a natter about bikes. You can tell me how shit a rider I am and how crap I am at doing my off-road stuff. I don't mind, whatever. But anyway folks, enough waffling. Thanks for watching this video. I hope we've learnt something from it, benefited from it. And if you are going to the ABR, I genuinely hope that you all have a really, really good event down there, a really good time, a safe time, and we all enjoy ourselves at the end of the day. So that's it folks, take care everybody, and I shall catch up with you next week, and we'll see what transpires in between with videos. But hopefully I'll do a fair bit of filming down at the ABR, and I'll get some videos out as soon as I can get them edited. Take care everybody, catch you all later. Ta-da!